I'm Brian Pinkerton. I'm Vice President of Product Development at Lucid Imagination, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about LucidWorks Enterprise. LucidWorks Enterprise is based on Lucene and Solar, and it is sort of to Solar what Solar is to Lucene. So Solar is a search application built around Lucene. It makes it widely useful as a server in the enterprise without really having to do much work. And LucidWorks Enterprise really makes Solar that much more useful in the enterprise by supplying some key components that don't exist in Solar today. So let me tell you what those components are. The first component is getting data into Solar. Solar itself does not know how to get data into itself. And so the first thing we added are some connectors that get data into Solar. So you can get data from the file system, you can get data from a database, from a web crawl, or through the traditional Solar methods, right? All of Solar is still accessible in LucidWorks Enterprise. The second thing we added was a set of REST APIs that enable arm's length configuration of Solar. So you no longer have to edit a Solar config file for a lot of common tasks. A lot of tasks that involve setting up the system, supplying new data sources, schedules, things like that can be done through the REST API at arm's length. And third, to simplify the task of getting LucidWorks Enterprise up and running easily the first time, prototyping your application, getting a few things running, a few data sources running through it, we've added a simple user interface on the top that enables you to get started quickly. So we've added three big new features. The first one is the click processing framework, which adds a Google-like round trip between results and relevance automatically into your search system. It doesn't require millions of users. It doesn't require a web full of cross-linking or anything like that. It just uses what search results you have to make your results better. Second thing we added was an alerting capability that gives people alerts when new information is added to the index. So when new data comes in through the connectors, and it's indexed into the system, alerts can provide you real-time feedback for what's new. And then lastly, no enterprise system would be useful really without a lot of security. And so we've added security into LucidWorks Enterprise in a pretty fundamental way. So the user interfaces are secured, as is the content in the index. Now let me give you a little tour of what's coming in the future. Obviously through our connectors we'll be able to add more and more data sources. So things that are common in the real world, such as SharePoint, LiveLink, Documentum, things like that, you'll be able to get data into LucidWorks through enhanced connector framework. And then something that people are always asking about is how do we scale? And today, with LucidWorks Enterprise, we've incorporated some Solar Cloud functionality, but it's just the beginning of what's going to be available with cloud. In the future, we'll add seamless scalability across hundreds of machines with very little configuration and a very comprehensive distributed monitoring functionality.